Hi everyone, welcome back. Shane wants to show you something real quick.
I made a different cake. It's a Camaro cake.
Shane made a Camaro cake. So in the last episode, we drew Wayne Thiebaud inspired cakes. And does anybody remember what this shape is called?
A cylinder.
A cylinder. So when you make the cylinder, remember, you have to make the ellipse. And an ellipse is this kind of flat circle. And you're going to see the ellipses on the top of the cake and the bottom of the cake. Today we're going to try something even more fun, which is a sliced, S-L-I-C-E-D, sliced cake. And let me show you how to get this started. Grab a pencil. I'm going to flip my paper over. Grab a pencil. Grab an eraser.
So I need a different paper.
I need a new piece of paper. I'm going to go up here. Okay, step one. These steps are the steps that we did with our Wayne Thiebaud inspired cake. So I'm going to walk you through them kind of quickly this time because we got a little feel for it last time. We're going to make the platter. So the platter is a big ellipse at the bottom. And you can make your platter fancy. You can give it a stand. You can have it like a straight line. You can have it curved. Now, when we go and make the cake, we're going to create another ellipse that is smaller than this one and floats inside. Doesn't touch the top, doesn't touch the bottom, doesn't touch the left or the right. So here's my second ellipse. Now remember, this is the bottom of the cake. So the bottom of the cake, because it normally is 3D and we're making it now two-dimensional, please stop shaking the table, it's curved. So when you create the body of the cake, what is a line that goes straight up and down called?
Vertical.
Vertical. So you're going to start right at the edge of this ellipse and make a vertical line that comes up. And we're going to do the same thing over here. At the edge of this ellipse, a vertical line that comes up. Now you want these two lines to be the same height. So this one is here and this one is here. I'm going to judge it. We're going to erase these lines that are in between the two verticals. The top of my first ellipse and the top of my second ellipse will be erased, okay? So what happens is the platter we know is behind there, but this is an advanced drawing technique where it's overlapping. So we know that it's there, but because the cake is in front, it covers over it. Now, do not make your the top of your cake bigger than these two verticals. You want to curve down, come to the vertical, curve up like this. So you have your cake on a plate. Now to slice the cake it's a very cool concept. So we're going to make a vertical line right in the middle of the cake like this. So from the bottom of this first ellipse to the bottom of the second ellipse, make a vertical line. Over to the right, make a second vertical line. Okay, now watch. From the further line, we're going to make a line that's diagonal, slanted. So it goes up and over at the same time, like this, okay? And then we want to erase this tiny little part of that bottom ellipse because we're cutting out into it. And this is actually like an illusion. It's gonna trick your eye because it's gonna make it look more dimensional, have more depth. Do you know what those lines are called, Shane, that are in the street that run exactly the same way and never cross?
Dotted lines.
They never cross. It's parallel. So parallel is when you have two lines that run exactly the same direction and don't ever cross or intersect. So what I want to do is make the same kind of same line as I did at the bottom up at the top. Now watch. I'm going to start at that further one and go past the center line like this. So it's that same kind of diagonal. And then from here, go down to the center one. Back to it.
My cheesecake is small.
Oh, it looks good. And then we want to erase this line in between. Voila, a sliced cake. If you would like layers in your cake, it's when you have two cakes stacked on top of each other, and then there's usually a filling, like I like chocolate, everything. That would mean you would have it's cake on top and then a cake on the bottom. Maybe you want to get fancy and do a couple layers like rainbow, some students do. I'm just going to stick with one. So whatever that filling line is, again, it has to be parallel. It's running the same. A lot of you have this natural instinct to do it horizontal, but that doesn't work. Has to be diagonal. So you have your cake drawn. Now decorate it. Oh, that looks really good, bud. What theme do I want for this cake?
Your Porsche.
Oh, Shane said Porsche cake. So when I get older and my children go away and leave me, I'm going to have a Porsche, a 2-seater Porsche. 1 seat for me and 1 seat
For your purse.
for my purse. It's going to be a convertible too. Teal. Okay, so I'm not going to do a Porsche cake, but instead, I might just make it a birthday cake.
I'm gonna make them.
Oh, if you want to make candles, candle is the same thing as cylinder. So I'm going to make a candle here, an ellipse at the bottom, a vertical line that comes up, a vertical line that comes up, an ellipse at the top. I'm going to draw the little candle and the wick. An ellipse, a vertical, an ellipse, a wick, and a flame. So I want to erase this line and the top of that ellipse. My birthday cake. So I'm going to do like a little scalloped edge down here at the bottom, but you can see now this part runs through. Now when you're coloring, you're going to color the platter inside of this little triangle here that you cut out, because once you remove the cake, what you see underneath is the platter. Okay, I'm going to color mine. Here's my cake. Happy birthday. And guess what? It's Carvel ice cream cake. The crunchies. Yum. What did you make?
I made a Camaro cake.
Another Camaro cake? Let me see.
It's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. Oh, but you got the slice. Oh, and the Chevy sign for candles. Cool.